I mean, first, they don't even acknowledge that that our kids even died on their watch.
That's because, like I've been saying for the past months, ladies and gentlemen, they don't care about Americans. They care about illegals, asylum seekers, migrants. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel Modern Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. Make sure you follow me on the platforms you see above and below. And also, clicking that right there will allow my content to consistently be recommended to you. And last but not least, double check to make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this. I know that you guys have not seen me in a long time. And let me just start off saying this first and foremost. I was not suspended by YouTube. I was not kicked out or dropped or anything like that. And not anything like that. I can talk about it now, but I couldn't talk about it then. I lost my furry son. Yes, folks, Balin, who has been, part of this channel a little bit, as a lot of you know, especially early on, is no longer with us anymore. So I'm going to just leave it at that, because if I keep on talking about it, y'all going to try to get me to get emotional. And no. I cry by myself. I don't cry in front of people or anything like that. So yeah, but I'm just honestly, yeah, it was pretty devastating. No matter what, he lived out his full age. He was just dying of old age there. He wasn't sick. He didn't have any ailments, anything like that. He lived a full, long life for a dog like him. And it was just time. He was telling us it was time and all that. So that's what happened. And I appreciate you guys, all the letters, the emails, even the ones the guys that put money together to get the gift that you guys got me, those that sent things to the P.O Box. I really do appreciate that, and so does my family. So there that is, folks. I'm going to leave it at that. Let's get ready to talk about this subject that's at hand. Yeah, y'all, this is one of the things, I mean, a lot of people should be pissed off about this, but you know what? Not surprised, though. Should we all be surprised? You guys all know what this is going to be about based off the title that I put it here, right? We all saw what happened in Afghanistan when we said, not just us, but it's said that was the worst exiting we could have ever done. We left them people in a better prepared condition with our artillery than what they had when we first went into Afghanistan for what we went in there for. We don't know what we went in. We went in there for lives is what we went in. Almost every war we almost get into since I've been born, we've been going to war over stuff that a few of it had nothing to do with us, or was based all on lies, to where we never should have set foot in some of these places. Never should have set foot in some of these places. Anyway, I've covered stories of the soldiers that we've lost in Afghanistan, and even the ones that died in the helicopter crash, and they were never acknowledged, to the extent to where I showed Karine Jean-Pierre, who were speaking on behalf of the president, and they didn't even say the people's name. But yet at the same time, they'll want you to say some of these criminals' names, like George Floyd. They want you to Jacob Blake. They want you to say their names, things like that. But not the ones who are actually good individuals who are doing good things for this country. They won't say their names, won't even acknowledge them. They won't say Lake and Riley. Why? Because the things that happened to them were done by people that the administration enabled. Yes, you heard me right. The stuff that was done to our soldiers that lost their lives were done by this administration that enabled that to happen to them in their lives. The soldiers in Afghanistan, right? By them leaving like they did, they enabled those people to keep our folks over there captive and to kill them. By people like Lake and Riley, they enabled that behavior by welcoming all into our country, where they can all have that American dream, where we are going to pay them to live free while you Americans, you work for those diagrams and those three. Yeah, that's what happened. They enabled that. They do this stuff on purpose because they have an agenda, folks. I keep telling y'all, and I'm not going to stop saying it. Look at what they're doing based off of their actions, and you tell me whether they care for you more than they do these illegal immigrants. Look, I get it. If they are really asylum seekers, undocumented, trying, blah, 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 doing it the legal way. I get it. But at the same time, when it comes to my house, you will not have dibs over my children. You won't have dibs over my family. You won't have dibs over my community before we let outsiders come in, and whether you're doing it the legal way or illegal way. We take care of ours first. It's easy. But then you got this administration that's been just completely disastrous for our country, for our people, for our fellow American brothers and sisters. Yes, you heard that completely right. Anyway, folks, this right here is just one of those things that just completely ticks you off, because they try to push it out there like, why did Trump go there? He tried to make a political statement. Why did Trump go there? He just trying to push his agenda. Why did Trump go there? And then to find out that he was actually invited there, yet at the same time they reached out. You know what? I'll let y'all hear from the horse's mouth. Check it out.
The Raging Cajun, James Carville, who just recently told me to shove tampons up my nose, writes in the New York Times that Kamala Harris has to stop hanging around Joe Biden or she's going to lose the election. Kamala's in a bit of a pickle because we just told you she's not really allowed to have her own ideas, and she can't ditch Joe Biden because she needs him to win the Rust Belt, because Harris isn't doing well with white dudes. So she dragged Joe out of his beach chair to tell white union dudes in Pennsylvania his great-grandfather would kill you if you messed with coal miners.
A lot of the English owned the coal mines, and what they did was they'd really beat the hell out of the mostly Catholic population that was in the mines. Not a joke, not a joke. But there was a group that called the Molly Maguires. And the Molly Maguires, if they find out the foreman who was taking advantage of an individual, and they'd literally kill him. Not a joke. And they'd bring his body up and put him on the doorstep of his family. Kind of crude. But I got to admit, they accused my great-grandfather of being a Molly where he wasn't. But we were so damn disappointed.
The other pickle Kamala finds herself in is convincing people she can be commander-in-chief. Harris claims she was the last person in the room when Joe Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. You'd think Harris would avoid discussing the disgraceful exit that left 13 service members dead from a terror attack. But over the weekend, the Harris campaign attacked Donald Trump for visiting Arlington National Cemetery to comfort Gold Star families who lost loved ones in the Abbey Gate attack, saying this: "It is not a place for politics." And yet, as was reported this week, Donald Trump's team chose to film a video there, resulting in an altercation with the cemetery staff. If there is one thing on which we all can agree, it is that our veterans, military families, and service members should be honored, never disparaged, and treated with nothing less than our highest respect and gratitude. Those military families Kamala mentioned are actually the ones who invited Trump to Arlington and asked for the photos. Gold Star families responding directly to the VP, shaming her for causing their children's deaths, ignoring their suffering, and politicizing Trump's visit to the cemetery. Watch.
Kamala, your statement is nothing more than a political spin to help you look better.
Vice President Harris, why will you not express your condolences yourself? Why have we never heard from you?
President Trump has been there for us. He's been a rock for us.
These are the only memories we get to make with our son, and it is you who is playing politics and trying to detract from our memories made that day.
Gold Star mom Jacqueline Schmitz, whose son, Lance Corporal Jared Schmitz, was killed at Abbey Gate, joins us now. So this is a tough time. I mean, I'm sure every time of the year around now, it's heartbreaking. And you're at the cemetery, Donald Trump is there. And then for the next week, there's just horrible coverage all over the mainstream media about, I don't even understand what the controversy was. How did you feel when Kamala Harris then inserted herself and politicized this solemn anniversary?
Jesse, thank you so much for having me on. We were all absolutely just pissed off. I mean, this timing of the year is always hard anyway. And when we're trying to enjoy the family that we have left, and this comes up on social media, and just, I mean, we're infuriated. It's just another spit in the face, another slap in the face. I'm absolutely so frustrated with this administration and how, I mean, first they don't even acknowledge that that our kids even died on their watch. And then to spit in our face and say that Donald Trump was politicizing this when it was us, the families, that had invited him. And in fact, actually, the White House and Biden and Harris were actually invited as well. They just chose not to be there.
Okay. So the White House rejected your offer to show up at Arlington Cemetery that day and then attacked Donald Trump for showing up. Got it. Have you ever heard from Joe Biden or Kamala Harris?
We have never heard from either one of them ever in the entire 3 years since our kids were killed by their administration. And what he said during the debate was even more a gut punch.
What did he say?
That no service member had died during his presidency.
Wow. Well, I'm so sorry this has become so political. It's ridiculous. No one even understands the controversy, the incident. It makes no sense to me. My heart goes out to you and your family, and we're thinking of Jared right now. Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Jacqueline, I'm sorry you have to go through this.
Thank you.
I spoke my piece before I showed the video. Yeah. What are y'all thoughts? Huh? You can tell by the way that she was talking that she was pissed off. She even said she was pissed off, but you can tell by when you get so mad to where you just kind of, and then when you cannot put your words together, you are super, super pissed off. But why wouldn't they do that? That's what they do. Because they don't care about American. They can do all that talk. We're going to get IVF for every woman that wants. Bull crap. We're going to talk about bull crap. Because you could be doing a lot of stuff right now, but you're not doing it. Plain and simple. But look at that. Kamala then won't even acknowledge. Won't do anything. Why? Y'all, why should you be surprised? They're literally Maya Angelou. If someone shows you who they are, honey, believe them. They showing you. And y'all still gonna vote for them. Anyway, let me know what y'all thoughts are on this. And don't forget to like the video and also leave a comment there. I would like to hear from you guys. I appreciate all the love, all the support, all the letters, the emails, and all that stuff that I mentioned in the beginning. I really, really do appreciate that. Don't forget to get into those cell phones and let somebody in your contact list, at least one person, know about this channel. Encourage them to subscribe. Please share this information, folks. I am Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.